When they rush Sky Toss, tons of drones. Like however many drones you think you need more. Like 100 drones. As many gases as you can get and double spire upgrades. And you can just throw corruptors at it for a long time. If you get to a point where you're maxed and you're starting to really build a bank, then you can start getting things like infestors and vipers and broodlords.
The fire rises.
Looks Random has subscribed.
Thank you for the sub. I'll try to do this one more time. Especially if he goes for a different opening. So same deal. This drone can be sent to the third. This goes to the natural. OV to the main. And you want to put it near the pillar, but also near the wall. Somewhere in between those two things. Because you want to see the wall and you want to be able to get to the pillar in case he goes stalker. Boop, boop. Here. So you want to move the drone towards where the probe would come from. And if you see no probe, you can head back towards your natural. It's around like 210 minerals is when you want to head back. Something like that. Take the natural. Rally to gas. Rally to minerals. Rally to pool. I prefer gas than minerals. You can do it the other way around, but this will get you a nice fast link speed. And especially in lower leagues where people are going to... I'm going to leave this here for a little while longer, actually. Where people are going to be greedy with their adepts, so you can get some free adepts oftentimes. Well, looks like he might cannon rush me here. Yep, okay, there's a pylon. Don't overreact. So I'm going to rally the first drone over here towards the third, and then I'm going to rally the rest into gas. And we're going to put in gas very slowly. Normally, if I were playing this really optimally, I would have taken one drone and sent it over here immediately to force out these pylons. But he built them blindly, so we're not complaining. Cannon. So I'm going to keep both hatches. I'm going to keep both hatches. And we're going to rally towards a roach warren here now. And we want to figure out what kind of cannon rush this is. I could tell it wasn't a Nexus first because this was just too early. I'm going to build a queen here immediately. Queen. And then next thing is going to be this roach warren. Still no Nexus. This is an important detail. Boom, there's the thing. I'm going to go OV here. You want to really pay attention to your supply, and you need to take note of the fact that you're going to lose 6 potential supply when this dies. We might not get this queen out. It's not the end of the world if we don't. It's very nice if we do, though. It's going to be very tight. Like I said, either way, it's okay. Very nice. Looks like we'll get it. So what it's going to do is lay a tumor here, and then it can run up into the main. We're trying to figure out what he's doing. This should be his only pylon. We know this is his only pylon because he has 4 fucking pylons here. So if he had another pylon at home, he'd be insane. He'd be absolutely insane. Because this cyber core is so fast, we cannot go cross map and kill him. Sometimes you can. Here we cannot. We're going to get a queen on the third. Back to here. We could break this with Ravagers or just Roaches. I'm going to leave the 6 Roaches that I got, and I'm going to get 1 Ravager here. Stargate just now starts. We need to pay attention to the timing of this. You know, actually, I'm going to go cross-map with these Roaches for a short time, and just the Ravager is going to stay at home. And I'm going to slowly buy all this down. We're going to rally to this space. Do not let the drones die. Paying attention to our Overlord counts. We need 1 more here. We're going to keep mining gas until we have enough for link speed. Link speed is still important. I'll leave 1 Roach on this. Paying attention to this Stargate timing. This might be outside of the range of the battery, in which case we're going to be very happy. Get speed and then pull off of gas. Oh, it is not outside the range of the battery. Just coming home with the Roaches. This is why I often don't even send them cross map. As you can see, it's very hard to get proper value. Send a drone here. Get a couple more OBs. I'm going to pull all my OBs off the map because he's going Void Ray. Probably, anyway. Ugh. I'm just going to tap these. Boop. Boop. Great. Take a Roach, patrol all of the weird bases. Take another Roach, patrol all of the other bases on the other side of the map. keep building queens. Lots and lots of queens. 2 base mineral saturation, then we're going to saturate the gas. Then we're going to saturate the gas. Boom, and then rally towards the 3rd. Get anything else you think you might need. If you need any lings, get them. If you need any other queens that you don't have in production, get them. And then once you have everything you need, if you need any overlords, get them. Once you have everything you need, you just drone. We're going to keep building queens. Notice I already even have 2 queued up here. Boom. Boom. Cool. Defend the Void Ray. I'm going to rally 1 set of lings to this tower, and I'm going to set 1 of the lings to the other tower, just to help out a little with vision. I'm going to fill in any gaps and creep. Boom. Boom.
The hive cluster is under attack.
2 more thingers on the way. Hide all the OVs in the safest spot you can think of between your bases. Sending 1 to the other tower here. Keep building the queens. Here, here, here. Until he takes a 3rd, we do not really need to go beyond this worker count. Just make sure you keep building queens, and you should be okay. We're going to build a layer here because we have 100 gas now and our drone count is good. And then the other 2 hatches are going to keep building queens. Boom, boom. And I'm going to get a full-time ling on this base and this base since these are his natural 3rd bases. The fact that I'm still only seeing 3 Void Rays is a bit interesting to me. I'm going to take this ling, and I'm going to scout for +1. +1 is being researched, so is... So is +1 ground, though. Get the kitty out of the way. Very important detail. Drone lots as soon as he takes the base. Boom, boom, boom. Here, there, there. Keep replacing lings for vision if you need to.
The hive cluster is under attack.
There. There. Boom, boom. We might lose this base. I screwed up with my movement a little bit. Replace the ling on the tower.
The hive cluster is under attack. Mineral field
Still no +1 air. This is probably worth it, to be honest.
Our forces are under attack.
So I'm seeing... Okay. There's a bunch of important details here. I'm seeing no gases on the 3rd, and he sacked up most of his Void Rays. So what this means to me... And I didn't see +1 when I clicked the Void Rays. What this all means to me is that he's probably doing a ground swap. Probably. So we're going to get an Overseer to scout. Still no +1. Getting an Overseer to scout. I'm going to get OV speed. I'm going to get a backup Overseer. And I'm going to make roaches in the meantime. Roaches. I'm going for 1/1 missile carapace so I can deal with any air units with ground units. I only recommend this if you think he might be switching to ground, or at least a partial like air-ground mix. If he's going pure air, this is probably not great. Take my gases. Gonna take my base. Gonna even take another base. And we're gonna really rely on this Overseer to get us some info here. Getting the Hydra upgrades. I'm gonna get a Spore here. This is just nice to deal with air units. I really probably don't need it, but can't hurt. Okay, and we see that he is in fact going for a proper ground army. So I'm gonna tech into Lurkers. The only reason I'm really deciding Lurkers is a good call here is because of my upgrades, right? We're kind of really focused on a heavy missile army. I'm gonna build mostly roaches with the rest of my money for now. We're mostly focused on a missile army, so we want to kind of stay there for now, right? That's why we went for like a lurker den instead of, say, a veiling nest. Boom, boom. Get hatches, or get queens at hatches to inject. It's important. And we're maxed out. We can start pushing. We saw Templar Archives. Watch out for Storm. Don't get your whole army stormed like a dip. Okay, just charge Lot Archon. We're just gonna kite. If it's a mostly Zealot army, you kite until he either does this, or until the Zealots are dead. You just keep kiting. It doesn't even matter if you look like you're gonna win. A lot of people will stand and fight because it looks like they're winning. Doesn't matter. Keep kiting. Trade better. It makes it so the Archons can't really shoot as much as they'd like to. Keep making roaches for now. Roaches. We make Hydras if he has a huge ground or a huge air army. We make roaches if he has a huge ground army. Maybe Hydras if it's really immortal heavy too, like 2 Robo Immortal or something. Close fights are good for us. We have more money, and we're getting on top of his slow building technical units. Notice we're still maxed even after all that, right? Our army is cheap. Inject the fuck out of your hatcheries. Boom. We're gonna keep attacking the same angle just because we know there's no batteries and cannons here. Otherwise we might rotate. Getting ready. We're still teching into the lurker stuff, but we're not using lurkers yet. Don't build lurkers until your lurker den has at least the range upgrade, ideally both upgrades. You can queue up both if you have this kind of money. Kite the Zealots. There's storms, so we're gonna pre-split our army. This is where you become the Terran. Just have 800 APM. It's not a problem. I promise. I have studied the way of the Terrans. I have learned their methods. Primarily, I've learned the method of having enough money to build another army immediately. Okay, transfer workers. Boom. Oh, I screwed up my hotkeys a little. Don't worry, F2. It is the Terran way. Nice. Good. Okay, we're gonna back off and get some lurkers now. These gases are very overdue as well, to be honest. We can build a few more drones, I think. Yeah, our drone count actually is really high, but this'll do. Oh, F2, F2. It is the way of the Terran. Okay. 1 ling on this tower, 1 ling on this tower.
The hive cluster is under attack.
Great, we are maxed again. I'm gonna send the roaches and a few hydras to the other side of the map and do a little multi-prong here. As is the way of the Terran. I'm gonna get 3-3. Actually, I'm gonna get melee and carapace here. Melee and carapace. Carapace is for air units. Melee is so we can finally transition into something more reasonable. Though, to be honest, any upgrade combination is reasonable here. Okay, we really need these units to go in on the other side because our army is actually quite small right now. Quite small. I'm gonna hotkey all my queens. Send a few units down here. These over here. Gonna get another backup overseer. I don't know where my initial one went, but I F2'd it. Correct. Right. Do the thing. Be the Terran. Siege. Siege the Protoss. Boom, boom, boom. Pull the units back. More lurkers. Kite the Zealots. We're gonna lose this fight, but we have a lot of money. Bring the queens to the front. Keep poking. Build the units. Ooh, take advantage of the recall.
Mineral field depleted.
Here, go here. Boom, boom.
Mineral field depleted.
I think I'm gonna start walking my queens. We have a ton of queens. So it really feels kind of overdue. Send the other units in. Transfuse the queens. Queens are great tanks. Walk the queens. Ooh. Hotkey these separately and then send your reinforcements this way. Keep upgrades going. Can't transfuse anymore, so at least we don't have to worry about that. Yay! Let's get an overseer with this, an overseer with our main army, and a new backup overseer. Keep the upgrades coming. Oh, nice disruptor. That's why we get melee. So we have options against the thing that hard counter our army. For now, though, we still have good missile upgrades. And we still have tons of money, so we're building ranged units. But we're taking note of the fact that eventually we're going to have to round off into melee units. And we're good. Should be noted we have injects here, injects here, injects here, injects here. None here, sadly, and none here. But we have a lot of injects going just because we had so much queen energy before we pulled our queens. I was kind of trying to mentally keep tabs on that, and if we did not have enough energy, we would have rebuilt queens as soon as we had the open supply, like before the ones even died. As soon as we decide to walk them, we rebuild the queens. Cool.